If given the choice, what would you rather be? A thermostat or a thermometer? What? What on earth are you talking about, Jan? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, this is Jan. Welcome to another episode on my channel, the Save Money and More channel with Jan. This is an and more kind of type show. I'm not talking about saving money on this episode. Oh, there goes half the audience. The other day I had on one of my favorite and pretty much only my favorite news outlet on because I believe I get real news on that outlet. And the interviewer was interviewing former Speaker of the House. His name is Kevin McCarthy. And some type of question was posed to the former Speaker of the House. And I don't really remember the question, but I remember his answer. And he answered a question referring to, let's say, a certain person, for example, as being more like a thermometer versus a thermostat. I'm like, what? Thermometer, thermostat. That he went that he went into it. And when I was listening to it, I ran for my trusty notebook. I said, Jan, you must note this down and talk about this for a minute or two. The show's not going to be long today at all. But I never really thought of the difference between a thermometer and a thermostat. They're just useful items that we use throughout our lives. Thermometers for, medical reasons, to find out if we have a fever, also to know our current temperature. And by the way, as I record this, it's dangerously hot here in New York City, and the air quality has been considered to be unhealthy. Okay. So this is definitely a stay inside, indoors, air conditioning kind of day. All right, having said that. And as I look at my thermostat, it is currently sitting at temperature of 79 degrees. It was 78 an hour ago, but it went up to 79 here. 79 degrees is what the thermostat is set at. And if I had a thermometer in front of me, I'm sure it would match the same temperature. That is what the room temperature is today. Why am I talking about all this kind of stuff? There really is a difference between being a thermostat and a thermometer. Now, don't get me wrong. Both are very important. We need these things. But think about something for a minute. What kind of a personality do you have? Or I'll ask myself that. Am I a thermometer or am I a thermostat? Well, what's the difference, Jan? Well, a thermometer is a unit of measurement to measure the degrees of temperature in a room, for example, or somebody's internal temperature, body for reasons of for health matters. We're measuring temperature. That's what a thermometer does. But as important as it is, that's the only function. The thermometer just does. I can't talk. Just does that. Hello. Thermometer only measures the temperature. Important as it is, it's all it does. Okay. Now, let's talk about thermostat. I'm staring at my thermostat. Well, I could read the room temperature, yeah. But I could also make adjustments on that thing, right? I could change it. I could change my thermostat. Many of you have a thermostat in your home or apartment, right? Which you can change or control. Like, for example, in the wintertime with heat, you could use your thermostat and turn it to a certain level and, turns on, helps kick your heat in. It has other functions besides measuring the temperature. So I ask myself, I ask you, what is more, to me, more feasible in life? I think to be able to do more than one function. My answer would be I'd probably rather be a thermostat. I do know that being a thermometer is important. I need to know and to give temperature to someone if I had to be one of those. But I want to be something more than that. And it made me think, how do we think of things, for example? We have really important things to think about in the not so distant future. I mean, I've been dancing around this for some time now because I can't get item specific, as everyone knows. I just cannot. I work too hard to get item specific. But are we going to be just like the thermometer and just like, oh, well, just measure this, not take any action? I believe that other actions need to be taken in life. We need to be more participatory. We perhaps could volunteer with things. We have to practice discernment. We need to not take our feet off the gas pedal. Some people suffer from complacency. And in this kind of situation, this kind of matter, complacency has no room. There's no room in this point in time for complacency, especially if you really, really feel a certain feeling and have beliefs, whatever your beliefs are on these matters. Do not be complacent and use discernment. So, am I going to take my foot off the gas pedal, so to speak? No. Just because you hear a lot of news reports, everything's, oh, super duper. Can't go according to that. You just can't. So, I ask again, thermometer or thermostat? Our choice. Thermometer measures things, and that's important. Thermostat can change things. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care of yourself and your wonderful family.